Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Casper Network, aka Casper the Friendly Ghost. And before we fully jump on into this video, I just want to ask for all of those Casper holders out there, have you guys been accumulating any Casper in the last couple months? Comment down below if you guys have. Also hit that like button if you guys haven't already. And for those Casper holders out there that are not subscribed to the channel, over 50% of the watchers are not. By the end of this video, if you guys did find any of the content interesting, maybe you learned something new, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button and turning notifications on to never miss a future update, as we do upload a ton of Casper content around here. So with all of that in mind, let's just dive in and let's start off with this tweet from Rekt Wojak. He actually posted this earlier yesterday and he tagged me in it and he said, for me and Kevin Cage, actually, because me and Kevin have been uploading a ton of video on Casper for a while. I'm pretty sure Kevin was the first one to upload Casper content, but yeah, nonetheless, we have been focused on things happening with Casper, specifically accumulation. That's why I ask you guys, because we're starting to see some major accumulation happening for Casper. So we do see this address accumulated 180 million Casper tokens in the last month. Today, another 30 million Casper. Who are you, my friend? And here we have from Casper Alerts, new transfer of 20 million Casper worth about roughly 700 and almost $50,000 from an unknown address to another unknown address. And I actually don't know why I don't follow them. I guess this is a newer account. This is the first time I'm actually seeing this account, to be honest with you guys. But we are actually starting to see quite a bit of movement around some large sums of Casper. 289,000 Casper, 5 million Casper. This is a new staking operation. Pretty crazy. And again, this is like one of many. There's so much happening from Casper itself. Like we are starting to see a large amount of Casper being moved, accumulated, and it's very interesting. And also, yes, you can see this account that got tagged over on Rekt Wojak's post from himself, and you can see the movements. Right, this started roughly. So 7 months ago, there was not a lot of value at all in this wallet. It was roughly like 50 cents. Then all of a sudden, 3 months ago, we seen 30 million Casper being dropped into it, which was roughly about 1.4 million dollars, followed by 20 million, followed by 40 million, followed by 10 million, then 100, and then 20 million, 30 million, 10 million, and 20 million. And in the last roughly 2 days, we seen like over 80 million added into this wallet, which was crazy. So yeah, I mean, this is something interesting to watch for. You could see a lot of this price movement, or I shouldn't say price movement. You could see a lot of the token movement by just checking the overall contracts and stuff like that. Very similar to like Etherscan, which I love to see. I mean, like all of this is fully transparent, which is incredible. But yeah, this is something special. I mean, in my opinion, I think that a lot of people are getting ready for Casper's big move. I'll talk to you guys a little bit about that here in a second. But as we do focus on Casper itself, I think that a lot more people are starting to realize how big Casper will essentially become. When we go over to the price chart, though, I've been focused on this price chart for a while. Obviously, yes, with Bitcoin having a little bit of a pullback. We don't know how deep the Bitcoin pullback can be. But in my opinion, as we focus on Casper, I do think that a big move is coming simply because of the overall chart. I think that the overall chart looks very good. We're starting to see some liquidity grabs. We've seen that back in the end of January with this price move down to almost 3 cents exact. And then we quickly regained this area of support up here, which was great to see. And on the 5 day span, so I've been focused on the 5 day span as well, you can kind of see where most of the support is on Casper, just simply because you could see where the candle bodies lie here. So most of the support is on my accumulation range of like roughly 3 cents. It's almost like it's 33 in terms of like the cent range. But you could also see where a lot of like the resistance is as well. I've been focused on like this resistance back here from August, before we had that breakdown down to like almost 2.5 cents. But we have a little bit of resistance that we're trying to test right now at about like 3.5 cents. What I would love to see is us to reclaim on the 5 day the 55-day EMA, which is that orange line up there, if we could break out of that, we'll most likely target that 5.5 cent zone that we got stopped at recently. There is still quite a bit of resistance on the 5-day up here at roughly like 5 cents itself. And I think that we reported recently on price action with Casper on if we do break out of like the 5 cent zone, we'll probably flip this area up here, which was like the supply range just from March, as well as some candle wicks back here from July. I think on the 3-day span, we could kind of see a little bit of a different story. So this is where we kind of ranged at back in July as like a support zone. So if we could actually jump out of the 5 cent zone, retest this supply range, flip this into support, we'll most likely target even higher at around like 7 to 10 cents, which I would personally love to see Casper have that major breakout event because, hey, most altcoins that we recently seen jumping out did like a 4x return. So if we could see like a 4x return in the short term on Casper, that would be incredible. But yeah, I do think that a big move is brewing on Casper. We'll have to wait and see what exactly happens with Bitcoin. I think that Bitcoin is like the big player right now. I think that that's what we're mainly focused on at the current moment in time. But we definitely will watch Casper closely going over the next couple days. Now, with that, I think that a large amount of accumulation has also been in preparation for what's going to happen eventually going forward on in this year. So with most of the updates that we've seen from Casper, we know that they are focused on mass adoption for Casper. They want to have a lot more adoption of Casper in general from like the developer standpoint, also from like dApps launch and stuff like that. But we do see a growing number of organizations are choosing Casper for its predictable fees, ease of migration for existing apps/dApps, support and services by Casper Labs, energy consumption model. And then we do see stay tuned for some exciting partnership announcements. And this is what we have been waiting for as well. There's going to most likely be a lot more partnerships happening within this year because we are also going to see the launch of Casper 2.0. Which, if you guys did miss it, here you guys have Casper 2.0 is planned for Q3 of 2023 and seeks to improve the blockchain's consensus mechanism, account and smart contract structure, and NFT capabilities. This got posted from Casper recently. This is quoting Mazzari Crypto, their report on it. And we actually do see Casper's ecosystem is thriving with partnerships and cutting edge use cases onto the next 100 million users in the blockchain industry, which this is what they want to focus on, onboarding the next 100 million users. Which, hey, could we do it? 100% we could. But we do see some other key insights. So Casper is a public layer 1 blockchain geared towards enterprise adoption. Its core technological stack includes a consensus protocol built using the correct by construction CBC Casper framework, upgradable smart contracts, and weighted key management. The ecosystem features several enterprise applications, retail DeFi, and NFT activity has not yet been taken off. But talking about retail DeFi, I'm going to talk to you guys about it in a second here. We're most likely going to see that change this year. But yeah, there's a lot happening behind the scenes with Casper. I think that there's going to be a lot of partnerships going forward this year. I think that Casper 2.0 is going to change the game around Casper, and I also think that that's going to open the door for a lot more adoption as well as a lot more recognition from the general public, which I'm very excited about. Now, talking about DeFi, like they said, there's no major DeFi use cases or anything like that right now around retail. Well, let's take a quick look. So, you guys are probably aware of my HBAR videos or my Hedera videos. If you guys did watch them, if you guys didn't, don't worry, it's okay. So, one of the biggest DeFi protocols on Hedera right now is Saucer Swap. Now, with that, we actually see over here Casper Swap is going to be building out, and they just got a successful audit from Halborn Security. And this is great because this is going to be the first fully audited open source automated market making decentralized exchange on Casper network. And we all know how big Saucer Swap Saucer Swap is on Hedera. If you guys haven't already seen that, let's go over to DeFi Llama real quick, and I could show you just how large Saucer Swap has been for Hedera, with over almost $30 million in TVL for Hedera. This is why those DeFi decentralized exchanges are huge for the network as well as for even retail. There will also be great opportunities for creating some nice like with Saucer Swap, the thing that I always love is like the reward program that you could see on it. So there's going to be incentivized liquidity pools, which is going to allow you to stake possible, well, provide liquidity, I should say, through like Casper or like USDC or any sort of asset that you want. Saucer Swap has a lot more to offer in general because they have been building out for a while. But what you will be able to do is provide liquidity for those incentivized liquidity pools, allowing you to create even more opportunity to earn from Casper because, hey, we're already earning about 10.5%, almost 10.6% actually right now, um, from staking Casper. So if we could provide liquidity and earn even more Casper, why not? And this is going to be something very exciting. I think that this is going to be great. And also, there's a light speed swaps on this. We haven't really looked at this too much, but if you guys did want to go check out the testnet, you guys are more than welcome to. Looks pretty solid in my opinion. Here's like the liquidity over here. Like there's going to be an area where you could see like liquidity. There's going to be pools as well. This is what I was talking about by providing select assets and earning APR on it. So you can see like the 7-day APR. These are going to be the pools that are going to be the main ones. So for an example, this is going to be wrapped Casper with CST, and then wrapped Casper with wrapped Bitcoin, wrapped Ethereum, USDT, USDC, and then USDT to USDC as well. This is very similar to like Arbitrum. If you guys did go and check that out, there's going to be a lot of opportunity here for the retail sector to earn a lot more APR, as well as earning APY, staking Casper if you already are. So this is awesome. I think that DeFi is going to change quite a bit around Casper. I think that's going to provide a demand for Casper as well. Very similar to Saucer Swap because, like I said, it's a big game changer. And all of this happening in this year is huge for us. And I think that it's going to continue to grow and grow and grow, especially from the retail sector, because again, the first major thing that we want to see is retail DeFi and NFT activity. I know that that kind of sounds lame because a lot of people are focused on like the big enterprise applications, but very similar to like Hedera, the first thing that Hedera had going for it initially on was, retail DeFi and NFT use cases and things like that that were geared towards the retail sector. Why? Because you could see it immediately on how it will affect the network. Right now, there's really not a lot for the retail sector to do with Casper besides just staking it. So I think that these use cases in 2023 will be big. I think that Casper Swap's going to be a big game changer. I think that DeFi is still very early on Casper. There's no major DeFi use case. We've been waiting patiently for it to happen. So this is awesome. I love to see it. Definitely go and check out Casper Swap over on Twitter. They have roughly less than 5,000 followers. So I do think that this is going to be one of those projects that is going to be pretty big. And you also get a limited edition NFT as well. So that's awesome to see. So yeah, we're definitely focused on some of the bigger things happening around Casper this year. Big ones are like the Casper 2.0 launch. I think that that's going to be a big game changer. I think that the partnerships that are waiting on the sidelines to be announced are also going to be pretty big. I think that there's a Fortune 100 announcement that we're still waiting for in terms of a partnership. So we're definitely following that and waiting for that. But with all of this, right, we kind of go back to the price and we're like, okay, well, what is going to happen here for the price? Well, we'll most likely see that breakout event happen eventually. We have to wait for Bitcoin, pay more attention to Bitcoin than Casper itself, or you could pay attention more so to the Casper Bitcoin price chart as well. This is going to be a big important one as well. We came down to my demand zone on the Bitcoin price chart. So I would personally like to see this pump back up into this area up here, kind of trade against this, and then get that breakout event to target this higher supply range up here, which I have been waiting for and waiting to see for a while. Hopefully we break above this and continue even higher. It's questionable on what will happen, but we are also waiting for more listings for Casper. Remember, we are still waiting for Binance, Coinbase, etc. So one of those could change everything. So we have to wait patiently. We have to, see what happens. But I do think that 2023 is going to be a huge year for Casper. Let me know if you guys agree down in the comments below, as well as by hitting that like button. So with that, if you guys did enjoy this video, definitely hit that like button, subscribe to the notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.